What's up, guys? It is the Altergeist Authority here, and I am here with a Drytron deck profile. This is the list that I went undefeated with at my locals. I did it with my trusty Field Center, super rare Ray, the best rarity, obviously. Some people like to say that locals aren't competitive, so it means nothing, but my locals was pretty competitive. My matchups were Salamangreat, Drytron, and then Plunder Patrol. Believe it or not, Plunder Patrol was my hardest matchup by far. Yeah, unironically almost lost to them, so pretty interesting. So I ran a kind of a weird list here. There's definitely some things I would change, and we'll get into that in a sec, but yeah, we can go ahead and get started. Obviously 3 Diviner. I traded my chambers for these. They're kind of like the better chambers, and yeah, they're just nice looking cards. It's legit one of my favorite designs cards. I mean, come on, look at that foiling. But yeah, obviously 3 Diviner. Gotta play that. 3 Alpha. The best Drytron. Probably looks my favorite as well. 3 Zeta. I have the rarity upgrades. Don't know why I wasn't playing it. 2 Delta, 2 Gamma. Kinda gotta play that. Gamma was really good. In fact, Delta was pretty good. One time I drew Prosperity off Delta, and that felt really bad. But other than that, it was pretty good. Gamma's an instant rank 1, so it's really good. I just wish it came in a better rarity. And then for the fairy stuff, 3 Orange Lights. People call this a hand trap, but in my opinion, this is not a hand trap. I don't know why people say that. It's a fairy that you search and that you discard off of your ultimateness or your perfection. It's not a hand trap in my opinion. 2 Ava, the God card. Apparently some people play 1 of this. I think I was going to change the number at all. I'd play 3 just because this was so good. I opened this and this a lot, which is an FTK, whether it's on your turn or their turn. I got my Alpha Ash a few times and just did that, and it was like just game. 1 Benton, obviously probably the best card in the deck, and then Idaten, probably one of the better cards in the deck. Ultimateness and Atasha. I would cut this card and then maybe change this to Perfection, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But this card came up only once, and other than that, it was just a brick in the hand. I drew it so much, and it's cool and all, but I don't like scumming people in time because I think the gayest thing you can do is to scum someone in time, and I would rather lose a case tourney than scum someone in time. So I don't use it for that. Literally just can't do that. Why is there an ant? Okay. Never did it for that. Only used it to steal once, and the cards that are problematic if you want to steal anyways are going to be immune to targeting, so it's just not worth it. I would change that out for probably this guy right here, which I didn't have at the time, which I was going to do. So the ritual lineup should probably be this. I think this is a lot better, and then maybe put this for Perfection, because Perfection's pretty cool actually. But this was like whatever, it was fine. It's just most of the time a tribute fodder for being a ritual. 2 Prosperity, you don't want to play 3 just because you don't want to resolve it more than once, really, because your extra deck space is pretty tight. You really only have 3 that you can banish off this, and this just came up a lot because you could dig for Called By or Instant Fusion or Bell because you want to play around Crow and Cycle Reader. And this is also pretty crucial for drawing names, like drawing a Thubin off this. You can just fix your hands, and it's pretty good overall. Nova is kind of a god card. This was very, very, very good. Obviously, if you're not playing 3 of this, then obviously you're clinically ill. 3 Emergency, it's basically the same as Nova. It's the god card, literally free sign-up mining. Called By and then Called By. Nah, Instant Fusion, Called By, and obviously the Instant Fusions for the Millennium Mice. We'll see that in a second. Only drew this once, and I used it to make the rank 1. I never used it to negate anything. Called By, I drew once, and I think I just called by an Ash, which was fine because it was on my my Thubin. And yes, I call it Thubin. 1 ritual spell, probably could have been 2. In fact, it should have been. Thankfully, people are, I don't want to be mean, but people are bad at my locals and never Cosmic this, never Crowed this. So it was fine. I just added it back multiple times, looped it every turn. Got belled once, which was fine. I still won. Speaking of Bell, the best card in the deck by far, Bell. I hate this rarity, but the other rarities in my salad deck, so I played this rarity. This card was by far the best, and I mean literally the best card in my deck. Whether I was using this on Called Bys, or Will the Salmon Greats, or Monster Reborns, or Pisties, or whatever I was using this on, this was really good. This was good in the mirror. This was good against Salad. This was good against Plunder. This was really good. I played this over Ash last minute, put Ash in the side, and I'm very glad I did. That card was stupid. That card was good. 3 Veiler, common, because I'm broke, since I don't have prosperities. 2 Imperm, 2 Crow. I think I drew Crow once, and that was in the finals, and I crowed a Jaguar, which was fine. Imperm was pretty good. Not too bad. I might cut it actually, because I would cut it probably and just cut it completely, or do 2 tactics if I had tactics. I don't think it's good enough to spend $130 on tactics right now, so I'm gonna wait for the reprint. Yeah, kind of weird lineup. These were kind of underwhelming. This was good once. This was pretty bad actually, just because it got Cosmic like 3 times, and at that point, Veiler's just better. But Veiler was really good because it doesn't get Cosmic, and it's a level 1. So for that reason, it was pretty good. To the extra, 1 access code. This literally never came up once. The only time a Link 4 came up was when it should have been Boral Sword, and it would have won me the match. Well, I ended up winning the match anyways. It would have won me that game, which would have led me to match quicker, but it was just access code, and I couldn't even make it because it was just bad in that scenario. So yeah, probably could be Boral Sword. If you don't have Boral Sword or access code, it could be Avermax or Bora Load. Masquerena for Unicorn was like an FTK. Literally, that's good against so many decks right now. In the finals, I Masqueraded Unicorn for a Buffalo because I knew I had Bell in hand, and I know how that deck works. I knew he didn't have Gazelle or Mining in hand, so on normal summon, I just Unicorned away, discarded my Veiler, hit his Buffalo, put it in the deck. That was created a funny ruling dispute. The store owner tried to tell me that Buffalo triggered in the deck, and then the head judge had to correct the store owner, and I was about to be pissed if they ruled it that way. Thankfully, the head judge, Ty, thanks Ty, solved it for me. But yeah, that won me the game because I know how Salad works. I know you need exactly Will, and I know that I had the Bell for that. So I Unicorned his Buffalo away. He had no monsters. I had a ton of crazy stuff. Pretty good. And then Phoenix, never summoned it once. Was useless. Appaloosa was very strong. IP for Appaloosa is still pretty good. Made it Appaloosa for just 2. That's usually good enough against most decks. Synchros, Arclight. I hate the gold rare. I wish I had another super. The God card, Beat Rice, was really stupid good. Extremely good. Obviously, it puts 4 cards in your hand, literally a +4. That card's stupid. Downard, Nightingale, Zeus. This probably won me more games than anything. Literally just playing Zeus control for a while. This allows you to use Zeus for 4 materials because the thing's under this, and then put this on there, and then it has 4 materials. That was really good. Good against Salad, not too bad against the Mirror. Was really good against Salad. Chain it to a Will, chain it when they make the Sunlight Wolf, chain it to whatever. That was really good. Some people aren't playing this, and some people are playing this, but this was so good. Zeus is just such a good card. That probably won me more games than anything, realistically. And I was playing kind of a hand trap heavy build of this, so I didn't mind wiping my own board. One time I had to wipe my own Apo and my own Ultimateness, but that was fine because they were both out of negates. So that was pretty good. And I still had a Bale and a Veiler in my hand, so yeah, Zeus is stupid. You should absolutely at least be playing this, and then you can play this if you want the extra material. So it's pretty good. And then this thing, don't know how I feel about it. I guess it was fine. The only time it came at once, like I said, was to make the Fafnir, which this card was pretty good. Link Cribbo was pretty good. This card, never used it once. This and this could kind of get cut. This is good in some situations, but if you're running this and Phoenix, it's like you kind of got to decide, because like you want to hit like a summon limit or something with this, or like a skill drain or something. I don't know. Skill drain wouldn't work if you're under it, but whatever you're sitting, I guess they could, whatever. This was pretty bad. I guess it's fine against like breaking boards going second, but most of the time, just sending the synchro is better in that case. And then onto the side, this was kind of a weird side, but this was like the god card, bro. I resolved this like 6 times. I resolved it against Salad, I resolved it against Drytron, I resolved it against everything. Oh, I put a Blackwing. I forgot to mention that. I'm pretty sure I put against a Blackwing, and I resolved this against it like I think twice in a row, games 2 and 3, which is kind of funny. This card is pretty good. If you open this in one other hand trap against any combo deck, Dragon Link, not Salad Tails on a combo deck, but Dragon Link or Drytron, you kind of just win. You just got to know when to do this. You just got to know when to play it, and it's pretty good. Some people don't know how to play it, and they just screw it up, but this card never came in once. I mean, obviously it does nothing against Salad, literally nothing. I guess it frees up a zone. That's about it. Didn't even side this in against the mirror because it's bad, because they still have, if they get the combo, then they still have whatchamacallits in hand. This, I forget what I sided this in against. I think I put this in against just Salad once for the mining, and then in the mirror for the Thuban. And it actually did come up. This card's really good. Don't think I actually put this in. I did put it in, but I never drew it. It never did anything. But this is my favorite spell trap removal, just because it's really good against like tidyings, against like engages, against the ritual spell for this deck, especially against the Eldritch traps. I mean, chain this to a Conquistador, and that's just basically game. I remember buying this card years ago. I bought these 3 copies for $1 a long time ago, and everyone's like, "Whoa, that card's so bad," but it's pretty good now. I had 3 open spots that I didn't know what they could be. So it's just Reboot, Order, Harpies. Never played this, never played this, never played this. I mean, it's just kind of like Saki Wanas if you draw them. This card is broken, I know, because I play Salad and Altergeist, and I hate this card being played against me, so it's pretty good in combo decks. It's like, you're playing, it's like Salad, and they like roar or rage you. You just say, okay, go game 2 or win the match. It's pretty good. I never drew it, but you better kill them that turn or set up enough interruptions so they don't kill you next turn, because they'll set 2 traps. This was alright. I think I opened it once ever. This is pretty bad in this matchup. This could probably be, I was going to say a Pink, but you also can't play Pink in this matchup or this deck, because you have, I mean, not just spells here, but spells in the, you have a lot of spells, obviously, and you need to do the ritual spell. It's okay in the mirror. If you can establish just the mirror, chain that to a ritual spell, you're doing pretty good. But that could be pretty much everything. You could put that as whatever you want to do. Honestly, if I was going to change anything, I would put these as evenlies, probably. You could put those as evenlies or twins. And then these 1-ofs are just flex spots, honestly. But Cosmic is mandatory. This can be, and these can be either hand traps. These can be Cycle Readers or Drolls if you want them. I think Ash is better. I'm not scared of the Dragon Link matchup, and I'm not scared against the mirror, because I'm just better than every other Drytron player there, so I'm not worried too much about the mirror. But yeah, that's the video, guys. I appreciate the watching. I think probably next time I'll play this, I'll probably play Perfection, and I'll probably play either pre-prep or prep. So yeah, let me know what you think about the video, and definitely comment your opinions on the list in the bottom. We'll see you next time. Alright, what's up, guys? I wanted to actually do a quick little test hand just to show you how these ratios feel. I did draw a lot of hand traps once. I needed my Diviner to resolve, and it didn't. But I still had 3 hand traps in my hand. I think it was Bell, Crow, Valor. So it's like I still had enough for next turn, and then like I just had good follow-up. That's the thing about this deck is like turn 3 and 4, this deck's pretty powerful, or turn 3 really, if you have Drytron names engraved. But we'll do a quick little test hand here, and we'll show you kind of how this deck is. If we draw a called by, we'll just you'll see. We don't have to use it obviously, but we'll see that we're protected from hand traps. Okay, this is an FTK. Okay, speaking of called by, speaking of Natasha, so yeah, this is where Natasha is kind of bad, and it's just like, it should be this, but that's fine. So we're protected from Droll, Crow, and, hand traps here. This isn't too bad. Also, I hate these sleeves. You can't do that thing with them because they're sticky. They're the annoying sticky sleeves. So this hand's pretty busted. And to be completely honest, I'm not god with this deck, but probably start with the thing that you want to get hand trapped with, which is the Nova, because that hurts less than like your Zeta not getting hand trapped, because this just puts a monster in the field. This puts a monster in the field and adds something to hand, so you're fine with this getting ashed. So I mean, actually, you're probably not fine with getting ashed, but if it gets ashed, then you're probably called by it, just because you kinda want this to resolve, or this to resolve, either one you can choose. So do that. This is where the Link Rebo comes in. Make the funny Link Rebo. We'll lower that a little bit. And then this is where things get interesting. You can probably alpha here for the Zeta, which is pretty self-explanatory, and then resolving the effect of alpha, and I'll move right there because the glare. And no, you cannot ash the effect of alpha once it's on the field. It's all one effect. A lot of people in my local will try to ash the effect once it was already resolving, and I'm like, okay, sorry. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. It doesn't work like that. You can't, which is annoying, bro. I hate that that's a thing. And then Zeta for Ben 10, which is an FTK in itself. And if they ash you here, we'll pretend like they ash us here. Chain call by or throw us or whatever. And then we'll do Zeta effect, adding the ritual, which I just saw it somewhere, I thought. Here it is. And then on res, we'll Ben 10 effect. Ben 10's almost always going to search you. The Diviner, unless you already have it, then you're going to search probably an Orange Light or an Eva or a ritual that you need. Sorry to bump the camera. And then here you can kind of decide what you want to get Veilered. I mean, if you already have if you still have your called by, then obviously you can just do this in any order basically. But here you kind of want to decide what you don't care about getting Veilered. If you care more about making the Beatrice with this, or the Thuban or the Fafnir with these two. I don't care about getting my Fafnir Imperm to Gamma or whatever it here, because I have the Gamma already in my hand. And the only other name would be sitting off that is the draw one, so you don't really need this. So you want to do this first, so you will use the effect, and also I'll move this because of the glare. And here we can just do the draw one boy, the Delta, which is fine because it's kind of telegraphs we have the Gamma in our hand. Now, assuming you don't care about Nib, or you're playing around Nib, or you have like, assuming it's game one. If you're bad, you main Nib. If you're good, you don't. So assuming you're playing at a good locals, like it's a good player, it's fine to play into Nib. I know it's a weird thing to say. But here what we can do is we kind of want to trigger Gamma, but we kind of want to get some value. So what we can do here is we can Delta effect, and yes, this is pretty resource heavy in a way, in the sense that if this gets hand trapped, you're screwed, but you could still have called by here. So we'll Delta for Gamma, reveal Natasha, or actually probably not reveal Natasha, probably reveal the thing we searched, to not give them info. And then for our draw, I'll just roll a dice and then cut that off the top. 2, 1, 2, and then we'll just draw 1. That's pretty good. It's a really good follow-up. That's a pretty good draw. And then from here, this is where things get interesting. Now this is playing in a Nib. Yes, you didn't do the thing where you just do this, but no one mains Nib. I don't care about zones. Normal summon this thing. Send this thing. This thing's effect to add you. Probably just an Idaten here. Either do Idaten or Ultimateness. Yeah, Idaten works here. Actually, yeah, Idaten works. And then just do this for just detach whatever off this. You don't really care. Fix that. Bring out this. Trigger that effect. Add this back to your hand. Overlay. And yeah, I realize the zones are weird. The reason I'm obviously in real games you would do the zones a little better, but do this thing, trigger this effect, bring out this, or detach that, sending an Eva, which we're gonna add this first because I'm just gonna show you in a second. Sending an Eva wherever it is, the ugly big-headed alien, banishing this and this. Don't banish your Benton, please, or else you're terrible. And that's pretty good. If you're missing one of the names, then you can send a name off Beatrice here, and then just do Evo on your opponent's standby phase. This is pretty good because we're guaranteed we didn't draw Eva or any of the other guys, so we're guaranteed to have 4 fairies in hand, which is pretty good. And we're gonna want to loop Benton here, so we're gonna use this, and we're gonna send just this Delta's fine. Actually, let me think. Let me think. Oh, we haven't gammaed. Yeah, just send the Delta. Actually, yeah, you just gamma effect here. Just gamma effect here first. Before you ritual, do gamma effect. Bring out the gamma, tag a friend, and then you ritual spell. That's not good either. Hold on, let me think here. So yeah, let me think. Yeah, this works. Detach for this. Bring out the Ben 10. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, I'm terrible. And then use this effect to add back by lowering the Fafnir. That's fine. We'll just put a counter on it to indicate it's lowered. And then you'll gamma effect for Ben 10. Trigger Ben 10. Gamma, bring out a friend. Ben 10, searching your ultimateness. And then we contribute basically whatever you want here. Probably just do this. And then, actually, we'll do this just... Yeah, this works. We'll do this one. And then we're gonna put the... Whatever, we'll fix the zones later. Obviously, in real life, you can think these zones out more. Do this. And then you'll take these two. And then you're gonna make an IP, which is kind of like the God card. So you have an IP, you have a Beat Rice that you haven't completely used out yet, and you have the Mu Beta for, I guess, follow-up. It's a Drytron name, it's a machine, it's a lot of things. It's a monster with 1,000 attack. And then you have crazy stupid follow-up. Every single one of these cards in your graveyard. All these cards in the graveyard mean something next turn. These two obviously don't, but you have stupid crazy follow-up. And then even right now, you have a Ritual in your hand, you have another Drytron name, you have the best normal summon in the deck, you have a hand trap, and then on your opponent's standby phase, you're going to use this, detach, and then you're going to send another Eva, which is going to search you this and this. We're going to send this Eva, and then this time we can actually banish the other Eva, so you'll send this one, and then it doesn't say it can't banish itself. Did I not send the other Eva? Okay, I accidentally banished the last Eva, which is fine. So banish that Eva, and then you can probably banish either Ida10 or Ben10. It's kind of up to you. We'll probably just do, let me think. Probably just, yeah, Ida10's fine here. Just do Ida10, add these two, and then boom, boom, bang. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 negates for your ultimateness, and then you can either go for a unicorn or phoenix play. Let's say your opponent makes a phoenix, use this and this, or this and this, pop it, draw 1 because on a link rebo. So you have a monster, you have an attack negate, a quick effect, either Appaloosa, unicorn, or phoenix, and then 4 solemn judgment plus solemn strike combined, which is pretty good. We'll say your opponent normal summon something, you'll go for a Appo here. You could just do you could either do these 3 or these 4. We'll just do these 4 here, which is fine. Make an Appo for 3. There you go. And then you have an Appo that can't be destroyed. You have a battle protection, and you have 6 cards in hand. So you have 7 negates, a battle negate, and then 6 cards in hand with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 active cards in graveyard. So you have 6 cards in hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 12 cards in your hand and grave because your grave's just a second hand, and you have 7 negates on field with battle protection. So yeah, if you get Dark Rulered, that's what somebody did me in tourney. I got Dark Rulered and droplets. Then I'm like, he's like, goes to do his turn, and I'm like, Solemn Strike from hand, and he's like, oh, and then I'm like, Solemn Strike for hand. So you better have something crazy so you don't care. Nothing plays through 7 negates, especially negates that destroy. So yeah, if you don't get hand trapped, the deck's pretty stupid, pretty crazy. That's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys watching, and keep an eye out for the next video. Peace.